Is Easter being erased in the secular world? Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Rev Dan. I'm a vicar in the Church of England. On this channel you get my views as a parish priest on all the latest news coming out in the world today. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Is Christianity really being erased in the public forum as the secular world moves more away from the Christian values that have been built upon it in our country of England and in the Western world as well? Is it just saying and being realistic, look, we don't align to those views anymore? You know, we don't celebrate the festivals that you celebrate as much. Christmas and Easter, yes, they were something that was, for us, aligned with Christianity, but now they're moving more into a secular forum where, you know, in the States, instead of saying Merry Christmas, they say Happy Holidays. And now, as we get to Easter, it becomes about the Easter bunny and chocolate eggs rather about the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Is it just the reality of where we are, or is the foundations of Christianity really just fallen away so much in the Western world that secularism is moving in, taking over these really important Christian festivals and beliefs? So I have 3 articles just to show what is going on out there at the moment. The first is from the Telegraph, and their headline: BBC abandons Christianity after dropping traditional Easter service broadcast. So the corporation, criticised as a celebratory mass from King's College, Cambridge, is removed from its listings. The BBC has been accused of turning its back on Britain's Christian faith after scrapping its broadcast of the traditional Easter service from King's College, Cambridge. So this is something that's been on the TV since 2010. And remember, Easter is the most important of all the Christian celebrations and Christian festivals that we have. It's in front of Christmas. I know so many people think Christmas is the number one. It's actually Easter. And this service from King's College in Cambridge was the highlight, as it were. Yes, we are all in church, but many people would go and watch it on catch up. Many people who couldn't get to church would watch this as well. And now it's not going to be there, but it is, you would say, it's the main event to be broadcast to the nation of all the Christian things that are happening, of all the Christian programs, that this would be the number one, celebrating and remembering the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. It comes after the BBC decided to invite confirmed atheist and humanist campaigner Alice Roberts on the Good Friday edition of Desert Island Discs rather than a Christian figure. Which, you know, of all the days to invite a confirmed atheist is on Good Friday. I mean, there's all the other Fridays to do that. But on Good Friday, you would just say, come on, just invite a Christian figure to speak on Good Friday. It is, you know, a Christian festival. So why would you invite a confirmed atheist? There's questions about that, I'm sure. Well, it could be a mistake, you say, but, you know, it's Good Friday, and you would, most people in the world would probably expect that a Christian would be on Desert Island Discs on Good Friday. Critics have said the BBC appeared to be deliberately abandoning the part of its audience that professed the Christian faith. But the BBC has rejected claims that it is ignoring the role of Christianity and religion in general after dropping the King's College Easter service, which was shown on BBC Two last year and has been on television since 2010. So they are saying, look, we got other programs on that are Christian and Christian based, but I go back to what I said before. Easter Sunday morning is the main event. It's what we do every Sunday. Every Sunday is celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. But Easter Sunday is that special Sunday. We travel through Lent. We go through Holy Week. It all leads up to Easter Sunday, and it's such a celebration in many churches. Remember, a lot of churches on Maundy Thursday will strip the church of everything in there, laid bare, and on Easter Sunday it's all glorious again. Everything's come back, flowers are there. It's magnificent. It's amazing, and you know, to drop that morning service and say, well, we got other stuff, it just doesn't wash. And then we move over onto the ticks on hot cross buns in Iceland. So from Premier Christian News, Iceland defends replacing cross with a tick on hot cross buns. So this is back in Lent. Supermarket Iceland has drawn criticism for its decision to introduce hot cross buns adorned with a tick symbol instead of a cross, sparking debate over the sanctity of Easter symbols. Traditionally, hot cross buns bear a cross to symbolise the crucifixion of Jesus and are consumed on Good Friday. However, Iceland defending its choice, citing customer preferences uncovered in research, with 1/5 of respondents indicating a preference for the tick symbol. So there's two things here, really. Hot cross buns, they're pretty much sold all the way through the year now, not just coming up to Easter. I remember as a kid you could only get hot cross buns in the week. I can't remember, but it was around Easter time. I don't know how much they were in Lent, but it was only particular times of the year that they were made for a particular period, and that was around Easter, leading up to Easter. But now they are made throughout the year, so if you want a hot cross bun in October, you can have a hot cross bun in October. But Iceland said, look, we are removing the cross. They probably don't see it as a Christian symbol, and then putting a tick on it. And everyone's saying, look, it's like a Nike ticker. You get sponsored by Nike. But they're saying 1/5 of respondents. So say we could just say 1/5 is 20%. 20% of the respondents. That's a small amount to change over. So 20% of people saying, yes, I prefer the tick over the cross, and you go and change it. You go and change it on some of your products. What's the point there? You're not going to increase sales. There's only 20% want it, but you actually got into the news because of it. And there's been some backlash over this. But again, the question is Christianity being erased? Even on hot cross buns. And then we go on to Premier Christian News again. Christians accuse Cadbury's this time, Cadbury's a chocolate maker, of erasing Easter by selling Jester Eggs. A Cadbury outlet is facing backlash from the Christian community after it promoted chocolate Jester Eggs during the Easter period. So this is an outlet. It goes on to say and explain this. The Jester Eggs were advertised as part of a 2-for-1 promotion at an independently run store in Spalding, Lincolnshire. They are also on sale in Cheshire Oaks on the Wirral and Alfreton in Derbyshire. So this is an independently run outlet of Cadbury's, not Cadbury's itself. But they're calling them Jester Eggs, not Easter eggs. And this got massively into the press. But again, this is not Cadbury. It's linked to Cadbury. And so you would think that Cadbury would say, no, these are Easter eggs and this is what you have to call. But independently run store has called them Jester Eggs and not Easter eggs. Christian campaigners have said the move by the chocolate company is erasing Easter and abandoning its own Christian roots. Responding to the removal of Easter from the Cadbury's eggs, Tim Dieppe, head of public policy for Christian Concern, said, Easter eggs symbolise the resurrection. Just as Jesus rose again from the tomb, new life emerges from eggshells. Without the message of Easter, there would be no reason for Easter eggs. A spokesman for Mondelez International, which owns Cadbury, have assured customers that all Cadbury Easter shell eggs sold in the UK reference Easter very clearly on the packaging. And hot cross buns and Easter eggs, they are part of Easter, but I wasn't brought up in a Christian family, and I saw hot cross buns as a nice sweet treat at a particular time of year, warmed up with some butter on there. Wasn't really association with Jesus, and they were just around the time of Easter. Same with Easter eggs, Easter came at a time of Easter eggs. All we cared about as kids was the amount of Easter eggs that we could get our hands on or get given. It was an exciting time, but again, not really associated with Easter. Yes, it's associated with Easter. Yes, that. But as a kid, it's more about the chocolate. So I did read someone on X, Twitter, saying, of hot cross buns and Easter eggs, that they really, of all the things, they that important. They come out of Christianity, but let's put it in perspective. So is Christianity really being erased in the Western world? Well, in some areas, yes. These companies are commercial companies. They want to make money, and so if they don't see Christianity as something important, they're going to change those things. Really, where's the onus? Does it lie on those companies who don't see Christianity as what it once was, or on us, the church? And I mean the church, whichever denomination we are in, to bring Christianity back to the forefront. You know, and I said this before, are we a Christian country? Well, I don't think we are truly a Christian country anymore. Practicing Christians that are going to church every week, are now very much in the minority. It's very small. Some denominations, even my own denomination at the Church of England, is predicted to cease to exist by 2050, 2060. And a lot of the older denominations are predicted to go this century. It's the newer denominations that are doing very well. You can watch a video, I talked about that here. But unless we start to bring Christianity back to the forefront, to help people in the world, which is very lost at the moment, that's screaming out for something of certainty, which our Christian faith is and Jesus Christ is, you know, he's the same yesterday, today and tomorrow, then of course it will be slowly erased, because that's the reality of the world. It's for us as the church to get out there, to bring the good news of Jesus Christ once again, to live our lives as Christians, for people to see that there is something substantial and worth seeing about Jesus and our Christian faith. If we don't do that, we'll just go through every holiday, every festival, commenting on the same thing, how Christianity is being erased. Well, if it's being erased, then let's rewrite the story.